Good morning, and the sun is bright already. Well, going for my daily walk to stay away from my pity party of 5 years that I was in, falling off a roof. Yeah, that'll do it, right? Getting all messed up. But hi, my name is Dave. I got the sun on my face there, getting kind of pinkish there. My beard is looking fabulous, very Viking-ish, with my shaved head, kind of pink. So, how you guys doing today? I am very stiff and sore. Chronic pain is about a 7 today. Tailbone pain is less after my injection, so that's a good thing. But anyway, today I wanted to talk to you, do a quick video in between getting bit by bugs here in Central Florida on just some ideas I've had about hacks on for those who want to get into shape and become healthier, and then by becoming healthier lose weight. Not lose weight to become healthier, because there's a different mindset there. And that's the first hack, is that you have to switch your mindset when you're thinking about becoming healthier. You have to look at not as some that you're starting some restrictive diet or some fad diet. You have to switch your mind into believing that the SAD diet, the standard American diet, that's the poisonous diet that you need to get off of. No cheat days is the second part of that. You need to stop tricking your mind into thinking that this bad food you're eating is a treat, and your cheat days allows you to eat this bad food just because it's so addictive and all the sugar and carbs and stuff. That's another thing that ties right into your mindset of why give yourself a reward of poison, right? Think about it that way. Words matter. So when you flip your mindset to where that you're going to eat a proper human diet, right? That's the way we were meant to eat. And so it's not a fad diet. It can be, I'm talking keto, Mediterranean, carnivore, a high protein, high natural animal fat diet. I can't speak to a vegan or vegetarian diet. I don't believe in that. So if you are on that, that's, I'm sure you work it out. Hold on. So you got your mindset. So the proper human diet is, the neighbor just drove by, so I had to say hi and good morning. So your mindset is telling you the proper human diet is the real diet. That's a good diet, and that's your reward. Not these cheat meals that all these fitness gurus say. You're allowed to take a cheat meal. That's not going to throw you off. In reality, it probably doesn't, but it's so easy to say, how would an alcoholic call it, fall off the wagon, because you don't tell an alcoholic, and that's a good example that I think a few other fitness guys that I watch talk about. You don't tell an alcoholic that, you're okay to have a cheat drink where you can have just one drink, because you're actually addicted to sugars and this over-processed food and all these chemicals they put in it. They make all this food highly addictive. Sugar is super addictive, these carbs and stuff. So it's not having a cheat meal, because most people who have their cheat meals, they fall off the wagon and they are right back in that same circle. Just look at all the contestants on The Biggest Loser. They don't have the 6-year reunions to see where they're at, because they've all gained back the same weight or more weight, because that mindset doesn't work, and those cheat meals don't work. Which goes into the next hat. Stop counting calories. No calories in, calories out. You need to be in a calorie deficit. That's garbage. It's not, again, the right way to think. Yes, when you're in a calorie deficit, you're not eating enough calories for what you're burning. Yes, you will lose weight, but that's not the way to look at it. You need to eat until you're satiated on a proper human diet. And you will naturally tone up your body and lean down, because your body gets fat adapted, and it doesn't have all these other signals and insulin resistance that are blocking the chemicals that tell your brain that you're satiated and full. Instead of just with all the carbs and sugars and stuff that are all designed to keep telling your brain that you're hungry, and it's overproducing insulin and stuff. Now you're pre-diabetic, and you got type 2 diabetes. So does this make sense? I hope so. So that's the hacks there. And then the last hack is just get out and move more. It's just getting into the movement. We're not meant to live sedentary lives. Our bodies are such high efficiently like survival machines that we were meant to be moving. Now, in our modern age, is designed not to. And to give you a really good example of this, what I mean by this, was it the movie Free Willy, or what was the movie about not Free Willy, that's a whale, or Willy Eye or something like that. The robot that would box up the garbage on the planet, because people left the planet in that big spaceship, that Ark type thing, because they had polluted their planet so much and it was all full of garbage, so they made these little robots. And he was like the last working robot that would go around, collect garbage, and then put it in his like garbage compactor, and it would poop out a garbage square that he would stack up, so the whole planet is all dried up and pooped up. And then he meets this robot that was sent down to look for life, and then they go back up to the rocket to see that, and all the people are just drinking Slurpees and are like super obese, and they can't even walk because they have to use these floating lounge chairs to move them around. That's where we're headed, right? So don't be those super obese. And plus, they're doing it in space, which is worse because their bones are already degrading for being in space. But it's really because of their diet, and they're obese. But that's my quick little hack today. If you can do this mind switch and change your mindset to thinking about the diets that you're eating, it's so much easier. You don't have to do these fad diets, and doing carnivore, keto, or Mediterranean isn't a fad diet. It just becomes a way of life. All right. Hope hit that like button. Give me your comments. What do you guys think about this? Do you agree or disagree? I know a lot of fitness gurus would definitely disagree with me, but I want to see what you guys think. All right. You guys have a wonderful and blessed day.